It's the moment we've all been waiting for. He finishes up in first place with 83 pounds, a big 1.402, 28 scoreable bass. The Lay Slayer, the Coosa, Smoosha, D.C. Dustin Connell! Good to see you, buddy. What a day. We saw you on the big screen all day long, but I can only imagine the emotional change that we had when you launched this morning. Very emotional. Been there throughout the day. You rode that wave and really put a great effort in.
I was a train wreck this morning at the boat ramp, man. I looked over, I seen my brother, my mom, and all them, my wife, and Courtney, and, all my family there, and I was like, God, this is tough on me. I was walking through the boat ramp, and I was shook up, because this lake means a lot to me, and it wasn't my favorite, but now it is. I normally fish on Lake Mitchell and Lake Jordan, but I love the whole Coosa River. I grew up fishing this way, catching spotted bass, and I was just right at home, and I just had like a peace just come over me this morning after I got all that crying out. And, I looked over at my brother and I was like, let's go get it done.
And he's the one who taught you, correct?
Yeah, and he's taught me a lot about fishing, and oh yeah, I'm reliving all this right now. And I love catching spotted bass. That's just what I love. And it was an unbelievable day. Funny story is, I didn't really plan on this happening. This just kind of like developed throughout the day, and that bait had moved in there. My whole plan was to go down and try to compete with those guys. I knew there were some guys down the lake catching them, and I really wanted to go upriver, but there were so many of them in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, it was just a collision with big spots, and I was like, man. And it was one of the funnest days I've ever had on Lay Lake. 100% magical day.
One of the things I was thinking about is qualifying round, knockout round, and championship. You've got a lot of experience on this lake. You spent a lot of time on this lake. Were you holding back on some stuff during the qualifying and knockout round? And if you were, how hard was that to do?
I came into this tournament really trying to fish brand new. And I didn't want to run off past history. It was very hard for me because I would look over somewhere and be like, I need to stop there. And I was like, no, they ain't doing that right now. They're not doing that. And I fished this lake brand new this week. And I ran around and I just practiced. But I had some areas up the lake that was really, really good. And I was like, and today, y'all might have heard me on live, I was debating on driving 35 miles up there. I had a shoal that I had some big spots on. And I was like, oh, I really need to go. And I said, no, don't go try to find them. Just catch them here. So I just settled in.
When did you feel that tide turn as far as your catching and really progressing and then just seeing the weight you were stacking?
Right when I set the boat down, I was using my Lowrance electronics, and I set the boat down, and I seen on my 2D immediately there was just a wall of shad right there, and I said, oh boy. And all the clouds and the rain had all the bait pushed up, and I was like, it's about to go down, and it did, big time.
Let's talk about it. What a progression of a career. Early in your career, you got to win, but then you hit the stages. Now a two-time REDCREST champion. Man, you've really taken off, and the confidence that you get with these wins is you can see it in your face and on the water when we watch it.
Yeah, it's been crazy just to watch all this unfold, and it's been a dream for me. And I live my dream every day, and like I said it on live. I look up to these guys all the time. Ski came up to me a while ago and told me congrats and gave me a big hug, and all these guys, I look up to them. Even Jacob, man. I all my roommates, they're awesome, and it's just all the support. That's what helps me. My wife, all my family being there this morning, and it just means a lot to me. To even Brett, my camera guy, I told him I'd give him a shout out. And he does a lot of the video work for me. He does a great job, and but all the support for me. I got a big shout out to all my sponsors too. Bass Pro Shops, Johnny Morse, Triton, Rapala, Dan Quinn, appreciate you, big dog, coming up, and all of them. Real Tree, it goes down the list. Seagar, Miller Tech, everybody that's behind the scenes that helps me get out here. That's what really gives me a lot of comfort and support behind the scenes. So they're calling and texting saying, man, go catch them tomorrow. So, and all of y'all, let's turn it up one time. Woo!
You got to step right out here. This is where you got to do it. Now you throw your hands up, and if you're taking a picture, this is probably going to be the last picture you get without him having the Bass Pro Shop REDCREST presented by OPTIMA Lithium in his hands.
We just won the REDCREST. Let's freaking go.
Twice! All right, that's where you're going to stand. You know what to do. He's going to pick it up. Everyone's going to get loud. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Bass Pro Shop REDCREST Champion, presented by OPTIMA Lithium, none other than DC Dustin Connell. A moment he's been waiting for. Alabama has been good to him. Now, please put your hands together as we bring up our tournament director, Daniel Fennell, with a check for $300,000. And let's bring up his family as well. I believe his wife, Victoria, right there. It is a family sport. Keep your hands going one more time. Your 2024 Bass Pro Shop REDCREST Champion, presented by OPTIMA Lithium. It is Dustin Connell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch all the action, all the replays, and so much more at MajorLeagueFishing.com. And for those of you in the stands, make sure you don't leave. We're going to draw some lucky names to find out who's going to win a Toyota Tacoma. So stick around. Might even have some fresh giveaways with those red tickets. I would like to thank everybody on the staff, everyone that put the 2024 Bass Pro Shop REDCREST, presented by OPTIMA Lithium, together. Make sure you check us out at MajorLeagueFishing.com. Until next time.
I love these fish. Yes. Yeah. Oh, baby. They yelling from the back of the